G'day, folks. Welcome to Long Live Rock, where me, Lad from the Woods, reacts to new classic rock from bands of the past and new classic rock from the bands of today. Let's rock! Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Lad from the Woods here. The Long Live Rock. All right. Well, this fellow is called, I think it's Avi, A-V-I Kaplan. And the song is called I'll Get By. He released this in, oh, Christ, I can't see it now. Back February 28th, 2020. So that was, I guess we were right in the middle of the pandemic and everything. Anyway, when I first heard this guy, I was like, boom, transferred right back to my childhood, like in 1967, 68, something like that. So just as a thing, I wanted to see how my mother would react to it. And so I fired the link from the YouTube video, this one. And I told her, let me know what you think. And she was like, I don't know, awestruck. She couldn't believe that this kid is new. And she says, I must have missed it. And I said, no, Ma, he's new. And she just, like the voice, she remarked on his voice, like an incredible voice, but the feel is definitely that whole late 60s scene. And of course, my mother and father were in the middle of all that. And between Ann Arbor and California, our family. So middle of Hippieville, the whole fucking thing. Anyways, so yeah, she loves it. She kept it on. She's got it on her little iPad, YouTube, and she'll play it every so often. So, but yeah, he's definitely something definitely different. Meaning different in the way that I haven't heard this. I've heard a lot of new bands doing 60s and 70s stuff, but I haven't heard this. At least not that I've discovered. Maybe you guys know some more like him. Well, let me know. You'll probably make an 80-year-old hippie bush lady very happy. All right, let's get on with Avi because it's a good song and it's a lot better than listening to me. So here we go.
I feel stones upon my chest that I carry to the evening till I lay back down to rest. But I'll get by. I'll get by. I'm tired and grown weary of these clouds that follow me, swallowed by the shadows when it's sunshine that I need. But
Well, first thing, this guy looks a lot like my father did back in those days. Because my father was in his 20s during that era. And the other thing is the bag across his back and then going down the road and hitchhiking. My dad did exactly that, except that he had his army duffel bag, which, he would keep all his stuff in. I mean, he didn't have a suitcase. So anyways, I can't remember what it was, but he was leaving from Michigan and hitchhiking out to California, or he was riding his bicycle. But yeah, I remember that. And he did that once when we were in Port Huron too, down the road, and with his bag. We had a car, but my mom, we only had the one car, so my mom, she'd keep the car for me and my dad. And my dad just, back then, he didn't care about hitchhiking. It wasn't that crazy. But anyway, yeah, just talking about bringing me back. So, and I think maybe she's looking at that going, that brings back not just the music, but the videos, reminding her like, oof. So all he needs is a pair of glasses, kind of like mine, but square and smaller. And yeah, that'd pretty much look like my dad or my other 5 uncles. Anyway, let's get back to it.
I'll get that this song will turn around. Take all my cares away, lighten my load. Trust it'll be okay, but till then I'll go onward down the road, carried by the whole. Then
that forest and all that he's walking through looks exactly where I live out here. That's how it looks. Now, on my actual property, there's a lot more hills, but I mean, you get the idea. So when my dad used to walk for miles all in the bush around here, he just loved that. My mother, too, before she got older. She doesn't do it now, but she used to with him. So anyway, let's get back to it.
I'll get by. I'll get by. Yeah, I'll get by. I'll get by.
And of course, waterfalls like that, I'll just say, that's a great song. But waterfalls like that is where I'll be moving to here in Vancouver Island in the next couple of years, starting to get things organized. I thought I was going to have to cancel my trip out in July to go looking around and getting a lay of the land up there and see what properties are available out in the off-grid stuff. You know, just get a lay of the land and visit with my half-sister and brother-in-law. And, but yeah, much of, if anybody's ever been there, you know what I'm talking about, or you've seen, you know, there's tons of videos of Vancouver Island. So, but yeah, waterfalls, ocean, mountains, everything. I'd like to spend my last few years there, and then I'll be tripping around. I want to do, I have another channel that's called Fishing Camp Life with Lad from the Woods, and I want to get out touring like on a schoolie or whatever, and I'm going to do some filming, but I'll do the music thing at the same time, but it'll be on the road kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to that future. But we got here today and we have here now. So I actually will be doing some videos for Fishing Camp Life, because with the well and everything, I'm crossing my drumsticks, crossing my fingers, I should have at least cold water for sure tomorrow. So anyways, I don't know how many times I've said that since December, but anyway, the eternal optimist, no. Just desperate to have my own water. I had the tote and tank here, so I still had water, but we had to disconnect all that when we were making the new thing. So it was like, okay, this Blummers don't take long, and here we are. It's taking long. Anyway, c'est la vie. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. At the beginning, it feels like mamas and papas in that area. Then it gets into the kind of a more modern mix with the drums and, you know, and then the whistling. It changes a little bit more modern, sorry. And yeah, I think this is maybe people know him or something. I certainly don't, but I certainly do now, and he's got incredible talent. There's a whole bunch of his stuff that we're going to be going over as well, because that voice too is just, it's a good voice. Like, you don't hear a voice like that much in kind of our classic era of music. So anyway, I hope everybody's being good. Let me know what you think of this young lad, and what his influences might be. And yeah, we'll continue to keep an eye on him and his stuff. So thank you for coming. Always appreciate it. Love your comments. I'm starting to get them now, and I can't always answer them, but when I do, you'll see, obviously. Hopefully YouTube are letting you know when I answer you guys. So, because sometimes I don't get your messages. I just happen to go click in to where, like, there's a place where I can go look at messages. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Why didn't I get, like, a notification for that? So, YouTube is a funky place, man. Anyways, yeah. So let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. If you hit that bell thing, well, then that means, like, you'll know when the new music's coming out. And if you want to help the channel, that is big time appreciated. Links are down in the description for all of that. Okay, everyone, be good out there. Be cool. We'll see you on the next song. And don't forget, long live rock and new music. Good new music from the classic era of music. Because we're not playing all rock and roll all the time. But anyways, I always get twisted because we didn't call ourselves those names. It was just our music. And it may have all come under one headline, rock and roll or whatever. But, I mean, it wasn't. It was folk. It was jazzy stuff. Anyway, you guys get the point. We'll see you on the next song.